half fat and gay, coming to you live with some Q's and A's. If you have some problems, then all you gotta do is ask dear Flabby, where the fuck are you?
How do you shut this fucking thing off? Every fucking time.
Every time.
Here we go.
What,
All
was
right.
that the best $5 you ever spent on Fiverr?
No, fuck no, that was from Fritzy. That was from our resident furry.
I don't think that was Fritzy.
Wasn't it?
No.
I thought
And
it was.
and I animated it, so fuck you.
Was that that wasn't from Fritzy?
No, Fritzy did the other song.
I thought he did that one too. I thought he gave us two.
Thanks, Fritzy. Okay.
Whoever did that, thanks.
All right. So we're going to help some people answer some questions. Kaya, thank you for joining us and helping out.
Thank you for having me.
Dear Flabby, I've been having this argument with a buddy of mine about whether it's more gay to be penetrated or to be the penetrator. I think it's the penetrator because it means without a doubt he has a boner and likes staring at guys' bums while the other is just kind of there. What do you think?
No, I disagree. I think the guy taking it is more gay.
Absolutely. And that's Middle Eastern rules, by the way. In the Middle East, if you're the one getting fucked, you don't count as gay.
Wait, what?
So that goes against what
told you.
Anthony said.
No, I told you guys this before. Remember, in Iran, for example, they take like gays, and because they think gays are yucky, they forcibly transition them into trans women, and then it's straight for you to fuck them. But the point is, like, you can't be a man getting fucked. That's haram. But still, if you're the one doing the fucking, they consider it like, oh, he's such a virile man. He had to fuck something. But the gay guy taking it up his ass, it's really his fault. Wow. So it's definitely gayer to be the bottom.
Huh. Maybe I'm Muslim. I didn't even know it.
So we all agree it's gayer to be the bottom.
Yeah. That was
Anthony?
very easy, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We determined that I'm Muslim, I guess. And it's gayer to be the bottom.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Dear flabbergasted in Florida man, I was watching one of your old episodes where you guys were arguing about whether or not it's okay for police to have sting operations to catch thieves by parking a truck full of food in a poor neighborhood. Anthony said it was fucked up because they were baiting the poor people to steal, while Doug said they deserved to be jailed because they stole. To which Anthony responded with, if you're watching and you think the same way as Doug, I don't want you watching us. Did I say that? I would never say that. My questions are, do both of you still think the same way that you did back then? Should I stop watching the show now since I agree with Doug's point? 3, Flabby.
All right. So my position hasn't changed.
Right. Really? I didn't convince you.
Okay. So you're not doing a very good job at this. Anthony, do you not want to record tonight?
No. How do you park a truck? Okay. How do you create a neighborhood full of poor people? You corral them all into a neighborhood, make them poor, and then park a truck there and then charge them for stealing from the truck. I mean, you made them poor in the first place.
How did I make them poor in the first place?
Oh, that doesn't make any sense. I'm grasping at straws.
Okay, so you
And not all
recant.
poor people steal.
Right. That was my point that I was trying to make. Like, wait, that's Doug's point that he
No,
was trying to
it's
make.
not.
Fuck.
You can't just
Thanks
jump
a lot,
on the.
Kaya. So I stand by it. You can't park a truck in a poor neighborhood where people are barely getting by with the intention of them stealing. Like, hey, here's a big truck with all kinds of shit in it, and we're just gonna leave this unlocked, and hopefully nobody steals anything. That's a shitty thing to do.
No, that's a bad argument. So we've all seen To Catch a Predator, right? So would you say the same, like, oh, you can't just put a 12-year-old in an AOL chat and expect not a single pedophile not to try and molest her?
Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Yes. I think that entrapment is wrong, even when the crime is horrendous. Yes.
Okay, parking a vehicle is not entrapment.
Yes, it is. If the idea is that we're going to park this vehicle and we know you're going to steal stuff, and then we're going to bust you for stealing stuff. That you're literally begging somebody to commit a crime so that you can steal, so that you can bust them. Why don't you bust people that are really committing crimes instead of setting people up to commit
No,
crimes?
we're not talking about why don't you bust the skateboarders for not skateboarding on the sidewalk or whatever. We're talking about this specific crime. Is it? I don't even remember what the crime was. I don't remember this conversation.
like-
Stealing Nikes out of a truck.
Yeah, the cops set up a Bates truck with Nikes in them in the neighborhoods. People had to steal them all and got caught because it was a FBI truck or something.
Yeah. Well, why are we paying law
No,
enforcement to set
that's
up
not
kids?
the question. That's not the question. I don't remember what the question was, but I know it wasn't that.
Okay. Then what's the? Well, first, should we determine the question?
Well, I think I deleted it. So
So you
Is
think
it
it's
no,
okay? For
wasn't it? Is it stealing? Wasn't that the question?
I think the question. One of the questions was, should they stop
Yeah,
listening?
stealing.
If you steal stuff, it's stealing. But if the government sets you up to steal stuff, I think the government is more wrong.
Oh, but
I
Do
see
I- do
that
I-
point because like all these agencies, that's all that it fucking does though. All you guys, like especially if you're fucking American, I don't know why you guys still pay taxes. 80% of your taxes go to these law enforcement agencies and three-letter agencies to basically stage crimes.
Yes.
Where you have like something awful happen, like there was a fucking shooting. Did you hear? A bunch of people plotted a terror attack, and then you found out 8 out of 10 of them were FBI informants.
FBI agents.
It's like, okay.
do you know how far the like auto thefts have dropped since they started using bait cars?
No, do you?
No, no, but I assume it's a huge number.
It's a huge number. Do you think that this person should stop listening because they agree with you? And I said, if I don't want
Well,
to
of
listen.
course not. That's stupid.
And I'm going to need proof that I said that. Would I really say something like that? Would I tell people to
You
stop
did, yeah.
listening to our show? Oh, fuck. Whatever. Well, I didn't mean it. I meant listen harder. I'm going to need you to listen even more.
Hey, Kaya, this comes from your buddy Brady.
Yeah, his middle name is not Gary, by the way. It's Glenn. But go on, read it.
Dear Flabby, I have come to despise all Turkish people. All they do is shit and grow hair. Why do they exist? Am I rapist?
Clever.
Yeah, that literally sounds like it was written by a 12-year-old.
So
Because it was.
not even going to address
mean,
it.
at
Then.
this-
Just
No, I guess at this point I should mention that Brady might be biased because, like I said before we start recording, I know his address, I know his license, I know how much he pays in taxes. I have a photo of his credit card that somebody else sent me, by the way. I get random messages from people who just sent me information on fucking Brady.
How did they get a picture of his credit card?
Because apparently one time he was in a voice chat with somebody and he was fucking shit-faced and they asked him, show us your credit card, and he did. And that's how easy this idiot.
okay, so it's not that he was shit faced; it's that he's retarded. It doesn't matter how drunk you get.
Wow.
You're not going to
That's
send
true. I keep
somebody that
telling him-
shit.
So if somebody knows your license, if somebody has a photo of your driver's license, they know your address, they have your credit card information, they know your full name and everything. Like the only thing that's saving you at this point is that your pathetic personality isn't worth stealing. Like your identity is not worth stealing.
Even
Nobody
the
wants
criminals
to do
don't
it.
want to be you. Jesus.
Dear Egghead and Creepy Guy, there's this daily advice show that I love to watch. Unfortunately, they have been slacking on posting new episodes. Not only that, but they take months to answer any questions I send them. I have so many problems and I can't get them to give me advice. I can't watch their show to escape from reality. Help me, Flabby. Fuck off. Like, fuck you.
They weren't talking about us.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for listening.
Well,
The show instead.
if you have some questions, send them to us. We'll help you out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we really months behind? Jeez.
We're getting caught up. Like, we're almost done.
Is that true?
No.
Okay. Should have just went with it. Then they would have started flooding them in. Dear Flabby, I just got a promotion. I am now a manager. Due to my age and lack of knowledge of sports, cars, and other manly hobbies, I'm having a hard time connecting with other workers. Please help. Yeah, you need my help connecting with people. You're fucked.
Okay, so you and I have talked about this quite a bit. Like we don't care about fucking NASCAR or football
Right.
or anything.
Right.
Kaya, do you watch NASCAR or football?
No.
Okay.
No.
How would you, what advice would you give somebody that's having a hard time connecting with other people their age? Because I feel like we've beat this question to death.
First of all, stop watching NASCAR and football if you don't enjoy it. It's gonna make you depressed. What next? Are you gonna watch fucking wrestling just to fit in? Is
Hey,
this high
fuck you.
school? Just
Just
fucking
to
grow a
fit
pair. Nobody likes me at work. Oh, boo-hoo. Wipe your tears and go home and get an actual hobby.
You know what? Maybe you shouldn't be helping anybody with anything.
Oh, that was terrible advice. He's looking to connect with his coworkers because he's management now. He's got to be able to connect with the real people, you know, the little guy.
So that's when once you become manager, I don't care if it's at a fucking McDonald's, you don't have to connect with anybody. You're above them.
Yeah, you just tell them, hey,
Right.
I'm better than you. You do what I say. You make that burger the way I tell you to make it.
Tell them to quit watching football and NASCAR or whatever.
Tell them to pick up your hobbies, whatever you're into. It's their job to pick that shit up.
We're gonna have Super Lego Mondays now. Woodworking Wednesdays.
It's hard for me to understand how people can get so wrapped up into sports like football and all. It's so boring to me.
I want to see you wearing a football jersey and a football hat, like everything, the helmet and the pads, like you're a super fan.
Right? Do they wear the pads? Just
Yeah.
walk around with pads on.
And a big foam finger. I want you to have a big foam finger up behind you.
Perfect.
And drive a NASCAR.
Yep, our team is number one team.
Okay, so they have the opposite type personality than you do, Anthony. Right. So you are a contrarian. You will go against anything. It doesn't matter.
No, I won't.
Yes, you do. If somebody else likes something,
pick that up.
If somebody else likes something, then you are against it.
That's not true.
And these people are the opposite. If somebody else likes something, then they like it.
Yeah, which is stupid.
It's just as stupid or the same stupidness as you're stupid.
Same stupidness. So where are you at then, Mr. Fucking Perfect?
I just make my own choices. And if they line up with if they happen to line up with somebody else's, okay. If they don't, that's fair too.
You are a turd.
How do you connect with your underlings at work?
I don't. There's no reason to.
There's no reason to.
Okay, there you go. There's your fucking advice. Don't bother.
Okay, Anthony, I'm sure you'll agree with me on this. It sounds douchey when people say it, but
yeah.
You don't go to work to make friends. You don't have to make connections.
Right.
You can find things that you like. Hey, did you see the newest black guy that got killed? Talk about that.
I try and avoid talking about current events or politics at work because it just.
See, that's sports for me. Like, I was watching that Rittenhouse trial like you would watch a fucking football game. Like, I was screaming at the TV, like, can I bet money on this? This is awesome. There's, like, actual lives at stake. He shot a pedophile? Oh, my, what a twist.
Were you really watching it? Like,
I watched almost every minute of it, yeah.
Wow.
I got fucking really angry at it, too, and I got really happy at the end as well. I was rooting. I was picking teams. It was great.
So the prosecuting attorney, I only watched highlight clips. But it appears that the prosecuting attorney was like wildly incapable.
Yeah, he was. And so I was going to do a stream on Twitch to gloat about the verdict, and I got banned within 5 minutes, I think, because I was gloating too hard. So
seriously?
An idea where I stand. Yeah.
Anthony, didn't the highlights of that seem very reminiscent of when you and I did our trial of...
It was just a jumbled fucking mess. It was it seemed to me like the guy, the prosecuting attorney, really was like, he knew that this was all bullshit, but he's like, I got to score these points. I got to win this game. That's all it really seemed like to me.
Oh, he was the slimiest fucker, but just to give you an idea just how badly he was getting ass fucked in court, like at some point he had to actually resort to blaming video games. So he was like, you play Call of Duty, right? You shoot people in Call of Duty. And even the kid that's sitting there pissing his pants because he might go to prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Even he did like a double take and go like, it's a video game. Like, what the fuck? What is this, the 80s?
Didn't
Are
it
you going to
seem
blame
like
Marilyn Manson? Are you going to subpoena like Korn and Metallica? What the fuck are we talking about?
it seemed like he wanted to say like, are you retarded? It's a video game, stupid. That's what it seemed like to me. Like in his head, he was thinking, "What is this guy serious? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
Clown show.
Is this me? Dear Pink and Stink, I just had my first kid and was wondering if there's any advice y'all could give to a new father. Also, how do I keep him from ending up like Anthony? Love TPs. Thank you and stay safe. Go fuck yourself. That's how you can keep him from coming out like me.
Okay. So, Kai, you are going to end up having a kid someday.
Hopefully, yeah.
Would you rather your kid grows up to be like me or like Anthony?
Who makes more money?
What the fuck?
That answers your question.
There you go. I don't know. You both seem fine. I'm not really too worried if I have a
That's
boy.
a
like,
non-answer.
you know.
Come on.
No, you have to pick one, and then the other one dies.
I'm gonna pick the money makers. Sorry.
At least you have a good reason for it. Both of us have kids. Let's just wait until my kids are older and your kids are older, and we'll see whose kids are better kids. Mine, they'll be better. My daughter's gonna be better, the best.
All right, my kids will
I
fight
got
your
your
kids.
advice.
But no, not in a fight. I didn't mean it that way.
That's how you determine who's better.
So Doug wants his powerlifter's son to beat the shit out of Anthony's 14-year-old. The girl.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Drill her right in the fucking head. The only thing you could say is like, well, you lost. You should have trained harder.
Should have been better.
Dear Flabby, could you give us the story how you discovered Patrick Michael? Thanks, stay fat. So that was from I went on WATP, and Jody B from the Po' Boys podcast sent me over a clip and said, you got to listen to this. So then I took it with me to WATP and Carl ran with it.
So he actually found it?
Yeah.
Jody B? Really? Do you know where he came across it?
No fucking clue.
Really? Wow. It's fucking classic. I thought it was me that discovered him.
Sure.
Right. I got nothing.
You guys should have milked that dude on your show instead of giving it to Carl.
Nah.
There is zero chance that we could have made 2 years worth of content out of it.
We get bored with stuff like that way too quick. You know what I mean? Stuff that we probably should get some content out of. It just gets real boring real fast. So we just move on to the next thing.
Dear Fat. This is you. Go ahead.
Dear Fat, how many more years do you think your podcast will carry on for if health never becomes a factor?
What do you think?
If I had to make an educated guess, I would say 5 years, 3 to 5 years.
You think we got another 3 years left of this shit?
I think so. Well, it all depends. Okay, so I see it playing out a couple different ways. Either we keep going and all the people that listen drop off to where we're eventually podcasting back to the beginning where it's like 3 or 4 people, you know, and then we just keep doing it for fun, or they all drop off and one of us is like, well, this is dumb, and then we just stop.
No. So right now, if everybody quit listening right now, I would continue doing it because I'm having fun doing it.
Right. Sure.
So to me, it has nothing to do with the audience size.
Yeah. So,
But with that being said, if our audience, say, grows by 5 or 10 times,
yeah,
then I will continue doing it, even if it's miserable.
So there's a threshold that you're going to cross.
Yeah. Okay. So the correlation isn't like the smaller the audience, the higher the chance of me quitting.
Yeah.
It's the bigger the audience, the higher chance of me continuing.
Wait. Okay. I think those are like the
hold
same
on.
thing, right?
Hold on. Nope. I've got just the thing.
All right.
Let me pull out my Why Doug is Right board.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. I can't believe you waited until now to pull that out.
So, okay. Wait a minute. Down here is money. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Up here is people.
Uh-huh.
The higher the money, the more the people.
Well,
Got it?
yeah. So far I understand.
That's how
All
it
right.
works.
So I hope that
Would you
helps.
do the show if you had like one beneficiary, like one patron saint who he pays you $1,000 a month, but he's the
Yes.
only listener?
Yeah.
Even if he
Yep.
was like really making you really uncomfortable, like he was super gay and getting into it and making you, I don't know, asking for romantic stuff, would you do ASMR for him?
What are
Hold
you
on, do I
getting
get
at
to-
here? What are you looking for?
Is this guy Turkish by chance? Okay. If I do ASMR for $1,000, do I have to split it with Anthony?
Yeah.
Then no, I'm out.
You have to get one of those binaural mics that have two mics on each side, and Anthony has to kiss one side and you the other. And you have to lick the ears.
I mean, so wait. What's the other option? You don't think we got 3 years left? I said 3 to 5, and you focused in on the. You really think we're gonna go 3?
Well, we're in that stage of our relationship where we don't want to talk about politics. We don't want to talk about
Nope.
social justice shit.
Uh-huh.
We can't come up with anything funny. So it's kind of limiting.
So what do you say? We got 3 to 5 minutes? Is that-
I don't know. You guys
okay.
really are not milking the mine of an audience you have. Like I said, you have so many furries and whatnot and other degenerates listening. This is a group of people who freeze their own limbs off with dry ice so they can pretend to be dogs.
Awesome.
Like, there's a lot of material there. Yeah. Just ask them for some insider knowledge.
Just
There's
ask
plenty
them.
of material.
It's so depressing.
Don't you think that that's half of the problem that we have here is that everything is so depressing now. So it's like it before it was funny because we were on the downward slide. Now we're at the bottom of this shit lake and we're like swimming in it. So it was fun. It was fun on the slide down, you know.
It was like a water slide of shit into a shit lake.
Yeah.
And now the water
sewer
slide is
slide.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a shit and slide.
Yeah.
All right. I think we did this one. Yeah. All right. Dear Flappy, do babies wreck pussy? Women always say no because they don't want to devalue their beef curtains, and men say no because they want to go spelunking in the tuna cave, but it has to shake a couple bolts loose. I must know the truth. No, you can ask the doctor for a courtesy stitch. It's fine.
He comes out even tighter than before. I don't think so. Maybe if you have like 8 kids or something. But
At once, but
Yeah.
it's not like the pussy doesn't shrink back up. It's made of elastic and stuff.
and stuff. Space age material, man.
It's like rubber seal or rubber flex or flex seal.
When we were first talking about Roxy Ray, I remember an interview with her or something that I read a quote that she said, if my asshole didn't ever close back up, I wouldn't be able to do this all the time. Of course it closes back up. It's not loose all the time. So it's got to be the same thing, right? If you shit out a kid, it just closes back up, right?
You know that babies come out of vaginas, right? And
What are you talking about?
all right.
And I'm
It's
pretty
all-
sure porn
it's all
stars
the
suffer
same.
from incontinence from taking it up the ass so much too.
They do? Is that
Yeah, I think some of them actually have to wear diapers if it gets too bad.
that's hot? Is that true? That can't be true. You can't be a porn star and wear a diaper.
Well, I assume it happens at the end of your career. Don't most porn stars just do porn for like 3 months or so and then they burn out?
Yeah. I think it's so extreme.
you
Like
go.
what's that one Mia Khalifa or whatever? She's like one of the most popular porn stars. I think she did like 10 scenes or whatever. I mean, it was so ridiculous. Some ridiculous number where she was only in porn for like 2 months or whatever, and she's
She's the anomaly to the story, though. Most porn stars do more than 10 scenes.
yeah, and most porn stars also aren't like one of the number one porn stars with only 10 scenes 5 years later. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So what? There was no point in bringing her up, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there was. Have you seen her? She's hot.
No, she's not.
She's not really. That just fit into the conversation. She's not
So-
even all that hot.
Why do you think that she had such an impact? Is it just because she's brown?
I don't know the answer to that. It makes no sense to me. I didn't understand it from the beginning, and then 5 years later, when she hasn't done anything for years, and people are still talking about her. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it.
Oh, she's so pissy about it too. When you watch her interviews, she like actually gets mad when the interviewer brings up her porn career. Like, what? There's nothing else about you that anybody has to talk about. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
why you're sitting here, because you got your ass blown out
Yeah.
on camera. Like, what are we gonna talk about?
Or just me.
Sure.
Dear Floop and Flop, I've really recently gone through a breakup and had a lot of time to think about the relationship. The more I think about it, the more I see myself as the issue. We broke up due to my stalking of her. I had always suspected her of cheating, so the last 2 months of the relationship, I started doing stalkerish behavior. Things like checking her location, asking her many questions about where she's going to see about who she is going to see or where she's going. What was I the issue?
Yes. Kyle, where are you? Show me your location.
Plugging
Yeah,
my
that's-
vape in. Calm down.
That's creepy behavior. Like if you don't trust your girl, yeah, it's on you. But if you don't trust her and there was a reason you don't trust her, ask her about it. If she's cheating on you, bring it up with her.
Don't you think you have to be a special level of psychotic to say I was exhibiting stalkerish behavior?
Yes.
Yeah.
So weird.
Because I would assume that most people that are stalkerish don't know that they're stalkerish.
Yeah, they're not self-aware enough, I guess. Yeah. But when I first read it, it was like I broke up with my girlfriend because I was being stalkerish. In my mind, I don't equate the two. How do you stalk your girlfriend? That just seems.
Did he say he
Do
broke
we
up
even
with
know
her?
if he?
It
Do
just
we
says
even know
gone
if
through a
she
breakup.
was his girlfriend?
It just says recently gone through a breakup. Maybe they weren't even dating and she moved.
Yeah.
She just moved and he doesn't know where she lives now. In his mind, that's a breakup. Son of a bitch, you're a creep.
We broke up. She started closing her curtains.
The easy answer is that this guy probably doesn't need to be in a relationship ever.
Well,
Because
Ever,
somebody's going to end up getting stabbed.
yeah. Yeah, it'll be like the husband that she marries or whatever is going to get murdered. Like, why are you cheating on me? I don't even know who you are.
Anyway, yes, you were the issue. Dear Flabby and Ham, I'm currently unemployed and living off the money I made from selling my house while the market was hot. With that being said, I now have time to actually watch your podcast, and I'm very curious. Does Anthony record in a big walk-in closet or the smallest bedroom ever? Also, any suggestions on a career path outside of a factory? Stay safe, and I love you.
The room that I'm in is 8 foot by 12 foot. Does that count as a big closet or a small room? I don't know.
You ever thought about doing a Who's Right Cribs episode of your recording space?
No? Have you?
It's gotta be a short tour.
Yeah, it's 8 foot by 12 foot. That's
No, I think it would be worth it. It would give people some perspective as to like, what are you looking at while we're recording?
yeah. I mean, I guess we can.
No, not now. Put it on our YouTube.
That's all you get.
Like you could show your whips and whatnot. Open your fridge.
Show your whips.
Ew.
All I remember about that show is there was one where there was like some rapper and he did his cribs and there was a guy sleeping on a mattress on the floor. Remember that? There was a guy sleeping on the mattress and they never even referenced it. They did the whole show.
Was it Old Dirty Bastard?
I don't remember. I really don't remember who it was.
So will you consider doing that?
Show him a house?
Well, just not like you don't have to go into your bedroom and shit, but do a cribs tour. People would like to see that.
No.
Doug really wants to do it badly.
I'm not stopping you.
Nobody's asking me about where I record at. They're asking you. The people want to see you.
The people want to see.
Whatever. God, you're such a fucking stick in the mud.
Oh shit. Oh Jesus, what the fuck? Come on.
This is the last one.
All right. Should I go die? Yep. Dear flip flaps. As a white dude, being a white male has always bothered me. Not to a point where I feel distraught, but enough to make me uncomfortable in my own skin. I say stupid things online because I'm a child at heart and am insulated from the consequences of my actions. My family doesn't know what a loser I am, but women know. They avoid me like the plague because they smell the beta male small dick energy and they can literally see the batshit crazy oozing from my pores. I know that all the white-splaining should get me kicked out of my home, kicked out of my community, and kicked out of just about every place where humans gather. So I come here to join hands with fellow loser trash like myself, and I know it makes me pathetic, but I can't help myself. I know for a fact that if I told black people that they want to be seen as special and that something that happened 160 years ago has no effect on blacks today, I'd be thrown out of wherever I was running my idiot mouth. If I still had the teeth left and hold black people and oh, Jesus Christ. If I still had teeth left and told black people that America is pushing to be colorblind, even other educated whites would want a hand in throwing me the fuck out on my ear. Fuck. Damn, if people knew what an uneducated, pathetic buffoon I was, my mother would cut my Ethernet cord and be done with me. Should I go die?
Reads like someone with a humiliation fetish.
What the fuck, man?
Such a beta piggy. Don't you guys agree? Am I not pathetic?
Wow. What's the fascination all of a sudden with everybody being just hyper fucking fixated on race all the time?
Cause
Yeah, I totally guys segregate. You done with it?
okay, so let's say 2 months from now, America is segregated.
Uh-huh.
Kaya, you come to visit. So there's would it just be whites and then whites, Asians, and then in one group and then everybody else in the other? Is that how it
Why
works?
do we
Just
get
have an
Asians?
automated system. No, because then you're gonna have people like, no, I'm not white, I'm Jewish, I'm not white, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm 1/16 Native American. Just have 23andMe automatically send out everybody like a card with a new address. Like, okay, this is your
This is
this
where
is your
you live
majority
now.
racial makeup. You live here now. You get Canada or something. I don't know.
So we're going by DNA?
Yeah. So do you think? So, like at the interstate border, instead of checking your passports, would you have to show the circumference of your skull?
I like that idea. Oh my god. So what were you gonna ask him? If America was segregated?
Yeah, so if America was segregated, there's Asians and whites in one camp, blacks in another camp, and then everybody else in the third camp. Is that right? Is that how it would be segregated? Or is it just Asians and whites and then everybody? So in the old days, they segregated black and then everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, now would be, I guess, whites and everybody else, right? Because you have now two categories, whites and people of color.
Oh, but there's Asians are considered white. They're white adjacent.
Well, they can have an adjacent state then.
Kind of on
Okay.
the border states.
So when segregation happened before, it was whites only drinking fountain and then colored drinking fountain. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what would it be now? Would it be whites and yellows for this drinking fountain and then all the other colors, like still just say coloreds only on the other?
I don't know why you're asking me. Like, I'm the fucking dictator who
It
proposed
was your
this plan.
idea. It was your
I'm just
idea.
saying, you guys don't seem to stand each other anymore. Might as well just get this over with.
If you walk, because I said, Kaya, if you walk in, you're in America and you walk up to a drinking fountain, which one are you going to use?
Well, according to some black activists like Tariq Nasheed, he said that Turkish people were originally black. So I feel like I'm honorary. I would get a visa to their drinking fountains.
If there,
Is that where you'd go though? I mean, is that what you want?
if you were in a race war, which race would you side with? Whites or blacks?
Oh, the blacks. Blacks.
Why?
I don't know. You guys are just such little bitches. I mean, just look at this fucking email. It's like, I'm a white boy. What should I do? Should I kill myself? Everywhere I go, everyone can smell the beta on me. It's like, okay. I'd rather go with the dudes who burn down cities with complete impunity. They got balls.
So you're looking at it all wrong. So do you think that more than 13% of the white population is like that?
More than 13%.
Yeah, there's 13% of the population is black, right? Do you think more than 13% of the white population is like self-hating?
So I think what you're asking, Anthony, is if the non-self-hating whites fight all the blacks, who will win?
Right, exactly.
I really don't know. Who
But
would that
blacks
even
can
leave?
blacks can fight better than whites. So you need like 20% non-hating whites.
But we're going to get some Mexicans and some Asians, right?
Do they know
But
karate?
so will they.
What?
Do the Asians like know martial arts if they're gonna fight on your side?
Yeah, of course.
No,
They're Asians.
the Asians that know martial arts won't fight with the white people.
Really?
We put them in internment camps. Why the fuck would they fight with us?
That was a long time ago.
Was it? It was more recent than the fucking slave thing, and we're still paying for that.
Water under the bridge.
All right. What about the Mexicans? Do we get any of them?
Oh, whatever side they're on, I'm siding with those motherfuckers. Have you seen the cartel executions, dude? I don't want to be against them. Fuck that.
Yeah. They're fucking brutal. I watched Breaking Bad. That shit's brutal.
Turtle on the head. Fuck that. All right, we got a couple super chats, and we'll get out of here.
The answer is yes, by the way. He should kill himself.
Kaya looks like an ethnic anime mom with his new hair.
It's very specific.
I was thinking he looked like the guy from Street Fighter.
Awesome. Memento Mori. Rest in peace, Blunt Mommy. Yeah, whatever happened to her? She's still around?
I don't know. Bye.
All right. Bye.